Well, hello, we're the Lingenhoels. We're with Keller Williams Chervenic Realty, and I'm Arden.
And I'm Lisa.
And we are glad to have Eva and Brad Roshong. And we're going to get more into your business in a little bit after we ask you some really personal questions. But anyway, how about this weather is unbelievable.
It's beautiful.
It's
it is
really
beautiful.
nice. And
it's not bad coming back from vacation to this weather.
Oh yeah, it was. You were laying by the ocean.
Well, I was laying by the ocean, but it started raining down in Charleston. So then as we made our way back, it's nice to come back to sunshine. So yeah.
Well, and I was here at Second Friday.
I know.
You missed that.
I know.
We had a great time listening to the Eagles.
Yeah.
Listening to the tribute band of the Eagles.
Yeah.
Would be nice if Joe Walsh showed up. But I think I heard every great song except I had to leave to go see my beautiful wife.
Yeah, you had to be home to give me a big kiss.
Hotel California, I missed it.
It was the finale.
It was the finale.
It was
the finale.
I figured it was going to be the finale, so I didn't stay long enough to hear that. But it was wonderful. We had a great crowd out here. It got a little chilly. We had to kind of hang out in here to get warmed up a little bit. But anyway, it was a good time.
Good. Well, we will look forward to next month. And Second Friday then. So we do have graduation coming up on the 22nd of May. It's coming up real quick. I've stocked up on my Kleenex because, our baby girl is going to be graduating.
The last one to leave the nest.
Oh, yeah, but she's not leaving the nest because she's going to stay home and commute to college.
We love her. We love her.
Yeah, we do. And this Sunday is the parade.
Yeah, the senior parade.
Yeah, so everybody get out on Main Street and
it's at 6 o'clock, so you can come down, bring a chair, or just stand along and see all the seniors.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. It will be. So anyway, let's get right into it because I'm so excited that you're both here. Just so everyone knows, if you don't know, you two are quite famous. You are on our coffee table at home. You're in a magazine. You're the cover of the Neighborhood Living magazine. So awesome. And it's such a beautiful photo.
Thank you.
You're beautiful in person and beautiful in the magazine too. So we got to hear all about you. And I know that there's a great love story behind it too. Right, Brad?
Fabulous love story. Oh, yeah.
We're going to hear about the love story after, in a little bit. But
tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Yeah.
Do you want to start?
No, you can start. Yeah, there's more to you than me.
Well, we've been together for a long time.
Yeah.
And it actually over 40 years total.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We met in 82.
Yeah,
82?
1982 in Houston, Texas.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And he was there first. And then I went down after I graduated. I'm from Northeast Ohio.
Are you?
And I went down there. My sisters went down there for jobs.
Okay.
And within a month, I met him at a pool party.
That is
Wow.
awesome.
So, yeah, it was 82. So,
Brad, are you from Texas?
No, I'm from Canton.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up all around Stark County. I was in Perry Township and then went out to Doylestown and lived out there for a while, and then back to Plain local and graduated from Oakwood in '72, and just been moving ever since. I graduated. I went from there. I went to Stark Tech and graduated there with an associate degree on the new over there on Frank Road.
Yeah.
And then from there, I went out and I got a job working as for Camelot Music as a manager. And when they wanted to send me to Toledo, I started thinking about what they were going to pay me and what I was going to have to do to survive out there and not knowing anybody. And I said, I don't think that's what I want to do. So I went back to school and I went and graduated from Walsh with a bachelor's degree, and then went ahead and went down to Houston in '79. And my brother followed, and a buddy of mine went down together, and we just started all kinds of adventures. I drove a cement truck for a while and I mean, it was amazing. You go down there and you're 25 years old, and they're letting you get behind a 72,000-pound vehicle with nothing but a regular driver's license. You get about 2 weeks of hanging out with a guy named Jose, and once he let me learn how to shift the gears and stuff, I was on my own.
Oh,
I mean,
my
that's
goodness.
the opportunities we had in Houston to do we're driving down on down there in 610, the big loop, and
Yeah.
I'm driving this big thing, and we're pouring concrete all over town because it's growing.
Yeah.
I mean, water treatment plants, highways,
Yeah.
and we were just doing that. But we made a lot of friends along the way, and she was saying we met at a pool party. I had 3 roommates. And we'd rented a 3,500 square foot ranch house in a very upscale neighborhood.
Wow.
Back in the day, it was $800.
Wow.
We each paid $200.
Yeah.
And we had a big swimming pool, basketball courts, all kinds of things. And but we had some parties. And one of the parties we had, I had one of my roommates was a rugby player. And he had his rugby buddies coming, and one of his rugby buddies was dating my wife's sister.
Oh.
And when she was coming out the door, she asked her if she wanted to come, and I think she said yes. And so, we
was
just met there
That's how it started.
in the water.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
He was
And then,
chasing
That's
me.
awesome.
and
That
then
is
you have
awesome.
some kids.
That was later on.
Jumping.
That-
Oh, that didn't happen right
we
then.
didn't get married for 4 years after we met, and then we didn't have kids for
Okay.
probably another 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So we were in the electronics. He was in the electronics industry. I was in the gas and oil industry. My
Okay.
sister had gotten me a job as soon as I graduated. I went to Houston, and there was
Yeah.
all kinds of gas and oil there. And then once that kind of started going down, they stopped drilling or something. I pulled the letter out of the typewriter. It said no raises, and he said, "Well, why don't you look at the electronic industry?" And he worked for a distributor for electronics.
I worked for Texas Instruments first, sold semiconductors,
Yeah.
and microprocessors and memory chips and that kind of stuff. Then I started working for distributors for TI and other major manufacturers.
Yeah.
And that's when I told her, they're always looking for good people, and just to go, and she applied and got a job with the company I was working with.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we were in there for about 10 years
Well, that's
in
good.
the electronics and
Okay.
oil industry. It was
Yeah.
booming. Houston
Yeah.
was a lot of
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
But then
Yeah.
we we decided it was time to have kids, and we decided
Yeah.
to move back to Ohio. His family's from here, and it was a really good decision. So we've been back about 30 years, close to
Okay.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
close to
31
30.
now. Yeah.
But then we decided to start our business together. Once we moved back here, he's like, "What would you think about me starting our own carpet cleaning business?" And I said, "What do you know about carpet cleaning?" Well, he said he drove a cement truck, so he.
Oh, yeah, that's
Cement
Well,
truck and carpet.
No,
Go
but he
together.
did a lot of
Yeah.
he did a lot of different things.
Yeah.
He tried out a lot of different things, and that.
I cleaned carpets for a company, a distributor in Houston.
Okay.
And then I sold carpet cleaning equipment and chemicals for
Oh,
them
wow.
for about, so I did that for almost 2 years, and then went off and, to another adventure. And
Yeah.
so, but it's just one of those things that, I did, and, it was kind of cool. My mom always wondered why I wasn't using my degree, and I said, I kind of like what I'm doing, it's fun to get out and, where else are you going to go and be able to drive a cement truck around
Oh.
Houston, Texas, and we just had a lot of fun. We had a lot of good people around us that we met. One thing that we were very fortunate the way that we were able to gather up buddies, and Eva became one of our buddies, and this is before we
I
were
think
married.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. And okay, so at the end of the day, 4 kids, 4 beautiful girls.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
5, 6 grandchildren.
5.
Five right now.
grandchildren.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So once we got back here, we had 2 children already that were born in Houston,
Yeah.
Texas, and then he said, "Let's start our own business." And I said, well, that's good. We can do it now that they're small.
Yeah.
You know, they're not real expensive, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
And so we started out with one truck and Brad cleaning, and then we needed a bigger place. We were in the middle of North Canton,
Okay.
and we started our business there, right down from the Hoover Company.
Okay.
And actually, at one time, Hoover started their own carpet cleaning business.
Oh.
They bought 4 brand new trucks, and I'm like, Brad, well, how are we going to compete with that?
Yeah.
We're like one truck, one guy, and here's Hoover.
Yeah.
And it wasn't but 2 years later that they decided, or maybe they sold to Maytag or something,
Yeah.
but they decided to sell all those trucks. And we couldn't even buy a truck because we hadn't even made enough money in the carpet cleaning business yet.
Yeah.
So then I said, Brad, like, we're in North Canton on this corner, right behind like where El Redcon was, and I'm like, we can't like have our business right here in this corner, so we needed more space. So we found the place in Louisville,
Okay.
and so it just has enabled us to.
I think the interesting
Hello
thing
there.
about the way we did it is, you know, we did with what we had, and it just seemed like the Lord had a hand in all this for us, because we were in this corner lot, and it was just a little 50 by 90 city lot, and it was our driveway was right next to our neighbor's driveway. We had the old pavers that went up to the to the garage, and it had 2 little doors in it. This was built back in 1913. So it probably was for a horse and a carriage or something at the time, back then.
Yeah.
Because the garage floor was dirt. So we needed to keep our vans warm, because they got all this water in them, and in the wintertime
Yeah.
they'll freeze and break and cause us
yeah.
a lot of problems.
Yeah.
So I had to find a way to get that garage to hold my vans. So I ended up buying shorty vans, because the garage was only 17 by 18 or something like that. I got those old Dodge shorty vans, and we had to take the garage doors off of there and that side, close that side up, pull up all of the driveway, the bricks, and take them. And then we went on the other side, since we're on the corner, and we put a regular garage door in on that side, and we took all those pavers and put them back and made another driveway there.
Wow.
And to this day, the driveway still is holding up as good as ever.
That's cool.
And we concreted it, we insulated it, and we were able to keep our vans in there for about 2 or 3 years until we moved out to Louisville.
Oh, that's
my
great.
goodness.
Yeah.
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys have a really nice place out there. And then all the pictures they got in the magazine from out there, there's a lot of photo ops out there.
It's a beautiful farm. It was
Yeah.
the Regis farm.
Yeah, it's on the barn.
Is-
Right? Is
There
it-
was an apple on the barn when we moved there.
Oh, I thought it said
Okay.
Regis on the barn.
Might have one day.
I thought it did
Yeah.
at one
Time.
point.
Yeah,
I
so-
think it might have on that one side, the pitch right there. There was
Yeah.
something written there.
Yeah, there was, and I don't really remember what it was, but
Yeah.
the Idowins lived there before we did. I don't know if you know them or not,
Okay.
but they've been in
Yeah.
Louisville for quite some time, and they bought it in 10 years before us and remodeled it and stuff. I think it was just some old lady or whatever was just sitting there, and they bought it off of her and redid it and fixed up the barn a little bit, and then
The barn. You're talking about.
then we
about
had
the
to move
barn.
in there, and I had to do a few things to get it, because we didn't really have a garage, and we were up to four vans. So we ended up taking a little shed that was attached to our barn. We extended it 10 feet, and we took it and we concreted it, insulated it, and we were able to keep our vans in there. So it
Well,
it worked out real
that's
nice
cool.
for us.
Hey, why don't we take a break?
Okay.
And then when we come back, we're going to get into the business a little bit more.
Sure.
All right.
problem.
We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle with a great price? Then check out Ted's Auto Sales. Ted's has a great selection of vehicles and will find you the right one that fits your needs. Ted's was founded on trust, integrity, and respect, and has been serving in the Louisville, Ohio and Nimishillen Township area for over 65 years. So call Ted's today at 330-875-9401. Ted's Auto Sales, Louisville's premium pre-owned dealer.
Hello. Did you know that when you invest in your smile, you're investing back into your Stark County community? Welcome to Thomas Dental. My name's Tanya. I'm Dr. Mike's practice manager. Every day, we're investing back into our community. Here are just a few of our community efforts. Here at Thomas Dental, our mission is bringing smiles back to our community, one smile at a time.
Hello everyone, I'm Tegan Evans. As many of you know, when the Louisville Herald moved on into retirement, the city of Louisville, Nimishillen Township, and all of its community members were left with a void. The community lost its ability to hear about local events, news, information, sports, and community projects. We lost the ability to come together for Louisville's betterment. Well, we have a solution for you, Spotlight Media Network. Spotlight Media Network is a place anyone can go, whether it be social media, YouTube, or our website, that will display information in different formats to show the best Louisville has to offer. One last thing, if you have something newsworthy or something you would like the community of Louisville to hear about, send us an email at spotlightlouisville1@gmail.com. So if you want to see what is happening in Louisville or the best Louisville has to offer, check out Spotlight Media Network, where we know Louisville is #1.
Well, hi, we're back, and we have Eva and Brad Roshong with us. And how in the world did you come up with Brad's carpet cleaning?
Well,
Because he's Brad.
I'm a real deep thinker, and I thought that if everybody thought as deep as I do, they'd like to keep it simple. And that's what I do. I'm a person that believes that you need to tell people what you're about. And Brad's Carpet Cleaning, I think, pretty much did that for us. So, we didn't want to be too fancy and have a name that everybody's trying to figure out, well, what is that? What's that mean? Or whatever.
What do they do?
I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that creative, So, and that's good. I like it.
To spin off from that, we have a little jingle. Don't be sad, call Brad. You'll
Yeah.
be glad you did. Well, I didn't know he was a poet. But when we first started our business, we were at, it used to be King's Castle. It's now El Rincon
Oh, yeah.
in North Canton. And he wrote down on a napkin, don't be sad, call Brad. He writes jingles. He's like the jingle guy. And he wrote, here's the lady who answers your call. These are the kids you hear down the hall. We're the company that cleans it all. And then he kept that on a napkin. And so we just used those kind of jingles to brand ourselves, I guess.
Yeah.
We didn't know that's what we were doing at the time. But we even had a billboard up here on
I was just going to say.
On 62.
Don't be sad, call Brad.
Yeah.
We have more people that come up to you and still just say, don't be sad, call Brad. That's how they introduce themselves to us a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's just, But it's gotten, one thing we believed in as advertising. I didn't want to be somebody that called people up all the time, and I didn't want to I didn't like solicitation. I don't like that way of doing it. So these little magazines that were out there, Gold Clipper was one, JB Dollar was the other one at the time. We jumped in bed with those guys, and we got our quarter page or half page, and we ended up just spitting those out every month, and you wondered if it was paying off, but it's slowly but surely your customer base and people. Because what happened is after a while, the people that we did, they told their friends, so the referrals started coming, and then that the tsunami was right behind it,
Well, we referred people to you,
Sure.
Yes.
Somebody will ask us, well,
Definitely.
I need my carpets cleaned, or we tell them they need their carpets
Yes,
cleaned.
being realtors,
definitely.
we get
Yeah.
a lot of referrals from
Yeah,
realtors.
so and
definitely.
we've had you out and clean carpet and stuff. But so you've been in business how long?
This is our 30th year,
Okay.
30 years.
And so are you cleaning carpet or you're not?
No,
cleaning
I
carpet?
kind of keep everybody between the ditches most of the time. I get out once in a while, but I got my guys that I get them going for the day, and I work on the equipment, the carpet cleaning equipment.
We have new equipment now.
I do a lot of,
it's not
not
as
nearly
much
as much.
work at all.
The old stuff I had was old kerosene
worked
burner
on.
stuff, and it was always breaking down. And I'd be working till 11, 12 o'clock at night, you know, and then I'd have to get up in the morning and, you know, go do my thing. But yeah, it was, that's just the way it
So
went.
you said how many trucks do you have?
We're at 4 trucks, carpet cleaning wise, and 1 air duct cleaning truck now.
Oh, okay. That's a big thing, is air duct cleaning.
Yeah, more and more people. Yeah. And we look at it, and if they you know, if it's dirty, we tell them, we take pictures, and if it's not, you know, hey, you know, we don't want to clean anything that's not dirty.
Now, what do you do for the business?
Well, I answer the phones, and it was nice because I could stay at home and answer the phones when we were raising our 4 girls.
Right.
Always there. It's, you know, it's not easy to work from home and raise children,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
that's where that jingle came in. Here's a lady who answers your call. These are the kids you hear down the hall. So you heard them down the hall.
Yeah.
That's just the way it was. And we're a family business, and we clean carpets for other families. So a lot of people could relate to that. So,
Sure.
but I've answered the phones for about 10 years, and then we did get a secretary to help. And that was during the teen years, which helped.
Yeah.
You know, us run around. You
Yeah.
have to run the kids
With all
around
of
a
the
lot
obligations.
more. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
and then that was about 10 years, and then she left, and then so I kind of took over again. We've had a few people coming there to stay. You know, if we go on vacation, it's nice to have somebody to help.
Yeah.
But pretty much I'm doing it right now, and I just love it. I do love talking to customers. I know who we're cleaning for because I'm really involved in that. I guess when I wasn't answering the phone, I was able to do more marketing, like with the chamber, and I'm involved in the Rotary.
Yeah, you're very involved in the community.
Yeah, and that allowed me to have a little bit of time where we could do that also.
Right.
I mean, you can't do everything. If I'm answering the phone all day, I don't have a lot of time to do that, even though
Yeah.
you just find time.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of repeat customers. People, it's just, we have a lot of customers that we know real well, and we do commercial cleaning, residential cleaning. We have done air duct cleaning for about 15 years.
Wow.
It usually takes 2 guys, and it usually takes 4 to 6 hours to go through the system for them to clean. People are surprised at that.
Yeah.
But it's a process, and you're going to get it done the right way.
Right.
So that's been a good kind of add-on. We clean tile and grout.
Okay.
And we do a lot of rugs now because a lot of people have gone to the hard floors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if you've
solid
got a rug
surface.
on a floor, that needs cleaned too. And the thing I think we had to work through is people have rugs on hardwood floors. Some of these floors you can clean the rugs right there, but the hardwood floors, we bring tarps for underneath of them.
Okay.
You know, I mean, if you had to pay to roll that thing up and somebody pick it up and bring it back, it's
I
a lot
think
more
there's some
expensive.
companies out there that
Yeah.
you have to do
Yeah,
that.
they still do. Some of them.
But some we can do right on the floor, and
Shaheen's
some
and
we
some of
have
them.
to just bring the
Yeah.
guys. Our technicians, Mark and Justin have been with us the longest, and 10, I always get that wrong. It's 10 or
Yeah, Mark's
12,
been with us for
11.
10, and Justin's going. I think he's
Gotta be more
5 or
than
more now.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, his spot got to be
That's
8.
great.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
great.
we have 6 technicians, and I get calls in saying, I know you don't get calls like this all the time because I'm not complaining, but I just want to tell you how great they did and how
that's cool.
polite, and you know, they went out of their way and detailed. So
Those
I
are
mean,
great
how can
calls.
you not like your business when
Yeah.
it's positive?
Well, you know, it's important to have, you know, people that represent you out there that don't.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen so many people that have even come into our homes before that you either are scared of them or you're worried about what they're going to do if they're left alone.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have the confidence in them. And I never, you know, I want to make sure that we didn't have that. We disarmed people. We have people that can smile and you know, aren't a non-threatening type of a person. And
Yeah.
and the people love it because most of the people we deal with are women, you know?
Hey, any funny stories you can think of? Anything
Yeah.
wild?
Any crazy.
You could
any
probably
I got a
write
lot
a
of them,
book,
but
Yeah.
You know, I thought about that question, but I don't really know.
Anything crazy that
anything.
you've had to clean? I mean, I told you my funny story.
Well, we cleaned the box up there at the field, the football field. We cleaned the box up there, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Thomas, I think,
Dr.
had us
Thomas's,
call.
yeah.
Had us. That was kind of
Yeah.
strange because you had to take the hoses all the way up and drop them down the
Oh,
back of the
yeah.
press box.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Oh,
yeah.
the press box,
Thinking
way
about that,
up
that'd be
there.
a long haul.
Yeah. And you know, we always have people vacuum first. Well, we found there were 2 HP portable vacuums up there
Yeah.
that I guess they donated to them. So I was able to take the I just went up. I usually don't go on the jobs, but I
Yeah.
wanted to check it out. So I went and vacuumed it first.
Yeah.
And then they went ahead and cleaned it. So, and matter of fact, I just got off a tour at the HP Products
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Louisville Chamber of Commerce. We got to tour. You weren't able to go because he was home taking care of things, but we got a tour through HP Products here on Main Street, the bending tubes and stuff like
Yeah.
that they do, and it was amazing, unbelievable.
Yeah.
They got the gears moving. They're doing a lot of stuff in the
They're
the
top of the line.
President Becca, we got lucky. We were in her tour group.
Yeah.
And she is so excited about the products and just how, the machinery that they have.
They're doing some amazing things.
Yeah, so they had Blue Origin
Okay.
from Bezos' company came
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah.
Well, maybe it's top secret. I don't know.
Top secret.
You heard it first here.
But anyways, so they're doing really well.
Yeah.
But
That's great. That's great. Well,
How do they get a hold of you guys?
yeah. So somebody wants
Is there-
to
is
get
there
in
a-
touch with you.
Is there a phone number you can give?
we still have phones.
We still do, and we still use the
Old-fashioned
same.
way.
We've been using the same phone number for 30 years.
Oh my gosh.
330-497-6416. And it's got a 497 because it was
Yeah.
started in North Canton.
Oh, okay.
We
Okay.
didn't want to change it.
And we're not
No,
changing
absolutely
nothing.
Not.
Yeah.
We had a lot of
Absolutely not.
customers, so
And
yeah.
definitely, if they say, "Hey Google," your number's going to come up, right?
Somewhere. Yep.
Yeah.
Top of list.
yeah.
So-
Did we talk about our girls? I don't remember if
I
we
don't
even
know.
talked about that much.
Let's
'cause-
hear
Did you
it.
have them clean?
No.
Were on your cleaning crew?
No. Well, actually, we spun off a little bit on some commercial cleaning, and
Yeah.
our 2 youngest daughters took that business over.
Oh, that's
Really?
cool.
And
Okay.
they were cleaning for a large manufacturing company, and they liked it. They learned a lot. They learned that
Okay.
you have to fire and hire people, and they ended up deciding, that was right before they moved to Colorado. They decided, well, that's a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got the experience, and then they moved to Colorado, and they
Okay.
work at Garden of the Gods there in the resort.
Yeah,
So
in the
they're-
resort.
I think they're chilling until they find out what their next
Adventure
is.
They're going to go to
yes.
Houston probably.
I don't think so. They're going to come to the mountains, like the
Carolinas,
Smoky
maybe.
Mountains. Yeah, the Smoky Mountains.
Okay.
And our 2 oldest daughters, Leah and Sarah, are married, and Sarah lives in Colorado, and Leah lives here. She has 3, our grandchildren, and Sarah and Matt have 2.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What a wonderful family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Well, we
love
want to
it.
thank you for
Yes.
coming again.
Thank you.
Thank you
And,
so
Thank you.
much.
Inviting us.
Yeah,
Nice
we've
experience.
if you're if you're sad, don't call Brad.
Don't call Brad. No, yeah, you can call me.
call Brad.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're sad about your carpet,
Sure.
Call Brad.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Don't
I'm
be
not.
sad.
I'm not as good at the jingles as you are.
We'll have to put the billboard back up.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, we're just glad they came in today, and we wish them the best. And
Thank you.
we want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you got any questions in real estate, call Lisa. No, I'm just kidding.
Call me.
Call us, and we'll be glad to come out and meet with you, take a look at your house, and help you with any real estate needs. So thanks for tuning in.
And have a great week, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you.